You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, there's one thing that's absolutely clear. If you want to draw big ratings in the NFL, you got to have your star quarterbacks play in these games. We've talked about the fact that eventually something is going to knock the NFL off of its ratings perch. But it's not happening yet, that's for sure, because Monday Night Football just drew their highest audience in 27 years in a game that, by the way, if you're a Cowboys fan, didn't involve the Dallas Cowboys, which everybody always assumes is the highest draw. Now, they did have the highest game just, I think it was last week I did a video. They drew the highest rated game of the season thus far. Well, so much for that. This is the highest rated game of the year now, and it was on Monday Night Football. And look, right, wrong, or indifferent, whether you hate Troy Aikman and Joe Buck or whatever, it's proven out it was a wise move going out and getting an actual first A-team kind of broadcast crew after they dilly-dallied around trying to replace John Gruden all those years. We're also going to talk about the most annoying NFL fan bases because there was a vote by NFL players. And the Cowboys and the Eagles won that. They came in the top two spots. The Eagles actually came in first. And one NFL player called out Bills fans, too, for showing their ass. And you may be like, wait, what? Literally showing their ass. I saw this and was like, wow, okay. Why would you do that exactly? The Eagles and Chiefs game on Monday night, this is PFT, was the premier game of the 2023 regular season. The Super Bowl rematch was going to draw big ratings. The question was, how big? It turns out, enormous. The Eagles' 21-17 win was viewed by an average of 29.02 million viewers across ABC, ESPN, ESPN2's Manningcast, and ESPN Deportes. It was the largest audience for Monday night regular season game since the Cowboys' 21-6 win over the Packers on November 18, 1996, which drew a 31.45 million people viewership. Holy Jesus. Monday's game averaged a 14.9. That is a big-ass rating. Now, one thing I want to note, do you notice how many networks it took to get to that number? ABC, which is free broadcast antenna, then ESPN, and then the Manningcast, which is actually bounced back. Its ratings have been plummeting. They got almost 2 million viewers, and then Deportes is in there. My point is, it took 4 networks to equal what ABC equaled back in the day, but okay. It was the most watched NFL game this season across all networks and the most watched television program since the same two teams played in the Super Bowl in February. Here we go. The Cowboys' Thanksgiving Day game annually draws monster ratings, but their game against the Commanders on Thursday will actually have a hard time topping Monday night's number. Of course, we're talking about the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, and the Eagles, and in a matchup that I think a lot of people think we may be heading right back towards a rematch of last year's Super Bowl. It's clear, one thing came out of that that's abundantly clear, and I think we've known it. The Chiefs' offense isn't nearly what it has been in the past. That's a perfect example. If your wide receivers aren't great, even a Patrick Mahomes is going to have a rougher time. I mean, their rougher time is still scoring 24 or 28 points or something like that. But let's take a look at this. Eagles-Cowboys fans voted the most annoying, loud, rude, and obnoxious. Here we go. In an NFL player survey, the race for the most obnoxious fan base in the league is between the Eagles and the Cowboys. Per a survey conducted by The Athletic, the two NFC East rivals received the most votes among 73 NFL players who responded to a question asking about which team has the most annoying fan base. Quote, just loud, rude, and obnoxious, one player said of Eagles fans. The fans that once booed Santa Claus and cheered for Michael Irvin's broken neck. Another player said that Philly crowd will, quote, swear they're the biggest football gurus on earth. Philadelphia fans do have legendary reputation. It talks about throwing snowballs at Santa Claus back in the day, 1968. Former Eagles head coach Doug Peterson admitted Philly fans threw batteries at him when he was the team's starting quarterback in 1999. The Eagles came out slightly ahead. They barely beat the Cowboys. Slightly ahead with 25.3% of the vote, followed by the Cowboys at 24.7%. So it was very close. Cowboy fans, you almost took number one most annoying fan base. One player who picked Cowboys fans as the most obnoxious didn't really have a stinging argument against them. Quote, they usually think they should win the Super Bowl every year. If the worst thing a fan base thinks is they should win the Super Bowl every year, that's pretty good compared to how bad things can get with fans. Granted, it might feel like a sense of entitlement for a team that garners so much national attention. So let's go down here. Number 3, the choice for players who responded was, quote, others, all other teams combined. Number 4 was the Buffalo Bills, 7.5%. And this is what one of the players that voted for the Bills said. One of the players who chose the Bills as the most bothersome group of fans suggested it was because they saw a bit more of them than he bargained for. Quote, Buffalo, they be mooning folks. It's like, why y'all showing your ass? Get the fuck out of here. So, I mean, how many votes really is that to be 7.5% out of 73 players? It can't be many votes. So, you know, I mean, all others combined, it's pretty clear. Eagles, Cowboys, I think, considered the two most annoying in the fan base. Now, back around to the ratings, I don't know if we're going to ever see like a 29 on just one network anymore. I mean, there's so many options for television. Like I said, back in the day, that huge rating, that 31.45 between the Packers and the boys, well, that was on one channel. One channel, folks, ABC. And even then, you had cable. I mean, you had cable and you had satellite back then. So you had a lot of different television options even then. But that tells you how big the NFL was back then. People want to consume the NFL differently. And, of course, we don't know exactly how many people watched streaming, like on, I guess, ESPN Plus. We don't know Fubo. We don't know Sling. Let's see, what else could be consumed? I've got Hulu Live, which is how I watch it. So we don't know how many viewers those kind of platforms are providing. We know that Thursday Night Football, for example, that Ravens-Cincinnati Bengals game drew just a hair under 13 million viewers, which is a lot of damn eyes for Thursday Night Football on a streaming-only platform, which tells you how things are changing. Eagles, Cowboys fans most annoying. Not surprising. Not surprising. Let's be real. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.